Positioning is all about how your product or service is perceived in the minds of your target audience. It's not just what you sell, it's the story people tell themselves about your brand. A clear and strong position helps customers quickly understand who you are, what you offer, and why you're different from the competition. For startups, positioning is especially important because you don't yet have the advantage of brand history or massive budgets. Your positioning becomes your first line of defense in a crowded marketplace. It can determine whether a potential customer stops scrolling, clicks on your ad, or moves on to a competitor. In this lecture, we'll go step by step through how to define and communicate your position in the market. We'll look at strategies, examples, and key mistakes to avoid, so you can create a position that sticks in your audience's mind and drives loyalty. Positioning is essentially the space you occupy in your customer's mind compared to alternatives. It answers the question, why should I choose you over others? Unlike branding, which is about your visual identity and tone, positioning focuses on the value and uniqueness you bring. Branding tells your story. Positioning tells customers why it matters to them. Even if your branding looks great, weak positioning can make you forgettable. That's why the two must work together. Your positioning provides the what and why, while branding provides the how. When you think about positioning, remember it's about perception, not just facts. People don't always buy the objectively best product. They buy the one they believe fits their needs, values, and budget. Your job is to shape that belief in your favor. Clear positioning helps your audience instantly understand what you stand for. Without it, potential customers can get confused about whether your product is right for them. Confusion is dangerous because it almost always leads to lost sales. People rarely buy from brands they don't understand. When customers see that you have a clear focus and offer something uniquely valuable, it builds trust. They feel more confident in their purchase decision because you appear competent and consistent. Good positioning also supports premium pricing. If people perceive your product as better, more tailored, or more aligned with their needs, they'll be willing to pay more for it. This allows you to grow profits without constantly lowering prices to compete. Your positioning starts with knowing exactly who you're speaking to. If your audience definition is vague, your message will be vague too. Clarity here ensures you can create targeted messages that resonate. Next, your unique selling proposition, USP, defines what makes you stand out from the competition. This could be a feature, a benefit, or even your approach to customer service. Whatever it is, it should be something competitors can't easily copy. Finally, your brand promise and values communicate what customers can consistently expect from you. This is about building trust over time. Delivering on your promise is what keeps customers coming back. The first step to defining your position is identifying your core audience, the people who will benefit most from your offer. You want to know their demographics, preferences, buying habits, and pain points. Then, analyze your competitors to see where they stand in the market. Look at their messaging, pricing, and target customers to identify any gaps you could fill. Competitor analysis is not about copying, it's about finding space to differentiate. Finally, highlight your own strengths that align with your audience's needs. This might be speed, personalization, innovation, or price. Your position should connect these strengths directly to customer benefits. A positioning statement is a short, clear declaration of how you want to be perceived. It typically includes who your target customer is, what problem you solve, and why you're the best choice. For example, for busy professionals, our app offers quick, healthy meal solutions that save time and energy. Unlike generic meal plans, we personalize every recipe to your taste. This makes it easy for both customers and your team to understand your focus. Keep it simple, avoid jargon, and always put the customer benefit front and center. If it's too complex, it will get lost in translation. Once your positioning is clear, you must communicate it consistently across every channel. This includes your website, social media, ads, emails, and even customer support interactions. Consistency reinforces your identity in the market. Your visuals and branding should match your positioning. If you position yourself as premium but your design looks cheap, you send mixed signals. Alignment builds credibility and trust. Every touchpoint, from the way you answer calls to the tone of your Instagram captions, should reinforce the same core message. Positioning is lived, not just said. One of the most common mistakes is trying to be everything to everyone. This dilutes your positioning and makes it hard for customers to know what you actually stand for. Narrow focus is more powerful than vague versatility. Inconsistent messaging is another killer. If your ads say one thing but your website says another, customers lose trust. Consistency is non-negotiable in positioning. Finally, never overpromise just to attract attention. If you can't deliver, your credibility will crumble, and rebuilding it is far harder than establishing it in the first place. Tesla positions itself at the intersection of innovation and sustainability. They're not just selling cars, they're selling a vision of the future. This gives them an edge that goes beyond traditional automotive marketing. Airbnb's Belong Anywhere focuses on emotional connection, not just accommodation. This simple positioning allows them to differentiate from hotels and other booking platforms. Apple is the classic example of premium positioning. Everything from their product design to their packaging communicates quality and user-centric innovation. Positioning is about owning a unique, valuable place in your customer's mind. It tells them why you're the right choice and gives them a reason to remember you over the competition. The key is clarity and consistency. Without them, your message gets lost in the noise. When customers know exactly what to expect from you and you deliver on it, you build trust that leads to loyalty. Strong positioning isn't a one-time task. It's an ongoing process that evolves with your market, competition, and customer needs. But once you master it, it becomes one of your most powerful growth tools. Thank you for joining me in this lecture on positioning your product or service. I hope you now see how positioning shapes perception, builds trust, and supports growth. Apply these principles consistently, and you'll create a brand that customers choose and remember. I'll see you in the next module of the course. Until then, keep building with focus and clarity.